Hello, friends. I am so excited to be here with you, and I'm really happy that you're joining me. How is it that life can be? How is it that all of this came to be and continues to be? What's the deal, yo yo? Well, the deal, yo yo, is that all of us, all people, we're all extensions of source energy. And we have an individual personality, which sometimes gets associated with, just the idea of an ego or an egoic self, that which is identified with form. So, our physical human beingness as a physical being. And, you know, it's never, ever been the case that there's some kind of physical matter, like a being, a person, that somehow becomes so complex through evolution that suddenly they can have consciousness. Nothing like that has ever been happening, nor will it ever. Consciousness creates the physical. So, our mind, our awareness of self, our ability to think and have emotions and desires, free thought, free will, our own individual beingness. This is an extension of source energy. And there are so many words to use. I don't really like using the word God, even though that is what I'm saying, but that word has become really muddied with all kinds of distortion and untruth that I prefer words like source and love and life and divine intelligence. But it's all the same thing, and whatever feels good to you is perfect. So, we've never been out here all alone, and we never will be. Every single one of us is sustained and connected to source energy, and that means all intelligence. So that means every person who's alive right now, their higher self, their inner being, every person who has ever lived and transitioned, all that there is of God intelligence, all that there is of life and evolved intelligence in every corner of the universe, living, quote, non-living, but that's impossible because all there is life and living, eternal living, physical and non-physical. It's all focused with each and every one of us. And, that's the whole idea that we may have learned throughout our various upbringings about God being able to be in all places at all times and being able to interact with each individual person equally and omnipotently, omnisciently, and omnipresently. And so that is the nature of reality for each and every one of us. So just by being a physical being, we get to be in one place at one time, yet all that there is of life and infinite intelligence is equally focused with each and every one of us. And so we have this world of physical that has already been created, and there's a lot of conversation about taking action and things that have already been decided and what's right, what's wrong, like, the proper way to do things, and about, you got to buck up and just do the things you got to do in order to, you know, create a livelihood and contribute to society, blah, 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 whatnot. But the reality is that each and every one of us is creating our own reality. And only we get to know what's true and right for us. And so we also live in this infinite universe, which allows for infinite variety. So it's a good thing that each and every one of us is different and we all have different preferences. And it's actually none of our business what anybody else's preferences or desires are, because this world is infinite and allows for all of us to have exactly what we want, and we're not in competition with one another. So our posture is unconditional love for all people, and what we want for ourselves, we want for everyone, meaning what each individual person wants for themselves, we want for them. But our business is what we want and just being ourself. We're all natural uplifters, so we don't need to have the conscious thought of needing to contribute to society or help others. That's all natural. It's who we are. We're all uplifters and teachers. So simply by following our bliss, we're going to naturally interact with the people who are most readily available to benefit from what we're doing. And in fact, we don't actually have to do anything. It's more our vibration, it's more our beingness, which holds the space for others to then raise their consciousness and their vibration. And it all works perfectly together because, we are here to enjoy the world of action. So it is this dance, and we are this perfect bridge between physical and non-physical. We're actually the convergence, because we're not just the egoic self, and we're also not just the non-physical consciousness. We are the as above, so below to accomplish the miracle of the one thing. We are that one thing, and all life is this one thing. And so the way to truly engage the magic of life and create exactly what we want in a way that could be considered magical is to actually just delay action until we're inspired to it. And this means just doing whatever feels good to us, even being a little bit irresponsible, quote, irresponsible in the eyes of maybe things that people around us might think or society may have taught us or whatever, and just doing whatever we can do to feel good no matter what. Removing all idea of obligation or shoulds or any idea of putting forth effort through action in order to, like work X amount of hours, get X amount of money in return. So we want to remove the connection between our thought of what we're physically doing action-wise is going to yield our success or results that we want in life. That's not how it works. It's our thoughts and our emotion, and therefore our vibration, which yields the results that we get in life. So simply by writing the script of what we want to experience in our life, and this doesn't even have to be specific images or things. It can simply be the emotion. I want to be happy. And in fact, it's best to start general, and we can even stay general and allow for everything we want to take form, because our inner being, all non-physical intelligence, knows exactly what we want. We don't have to tell it, and we don't have to even be consciously aware of it. Just by feeling happy and honing in on the emotion and celebrating the emotion as the manifestation, and just being present, experiencing the joy of being, feeling the best possible emotion we can feel in any given moment, and just doing our best. That's always enough. Then through the law of attraction and through the assistance of all non-physical intelligence, we're actually guided, we're led to synchronistic unfolding of essentially having all of the actual details of what the things that match our feeling of happiness sort of handed to us or revealed in a really profound way, where it's like we're just inspired to this effortless action that is joyous, thrilling, or just this feeling of ease and flow and all things positive. So feel good, fly without wings, emotion, feel happy, chill. Thank you.